We have the Grand Maester of Brooklyn here. And we're going to talk some Game of Thrones, Season 8. Possible spoilers, mostly theories.
It's all spoilers.
Yeah, it's really not, because we don't know.
Well.
But she knows. She knows.
All I'm saying is, okay, we've all seen the trailer, and if you haven't, motherfucking shame, okay?
Shame.
But I'm gonna bring a bell next week, but yes.
Yo, could you go around that side, please? Please? No, Red, could you go around that side of the pillar?
It's over there.
It's a bell, bro.
No fucking way.
Yeah, bro. It's hanging the fuck up.
Right there, sharp left. Oh, sharp right.
Sharp right.
To the pillar.
Oh shit!
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh my God, give me that.
Shame. Shame.
God.
You never knew we had the bell?
I did not. I did.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, that bell is older than you, me, and you put together.
Oh my God.
And probably you.
Oh my goodness.
That's the shame bell, yo.
Well, let's just talk about the trailer for a second.
Alright. Because I have... You have filled me in on theories that I must ask you about in public.
Absolutely.
But, yeah.
I mean, we could discuss it. No,
Yeah, but
okay,
let's go to the trailer first. Let's go to the videotape.
Trailer. Arya is running. It looks like somebody says that. Yeah, somebody says that she's running in the Stark crypts. I don't think she's running in the crypts.
No, it was light.
Yeah, and I didn't see any of the statues, so I was like, I don't think that's the crypts. But also, I think Arya, and I know a lot of people are gonna hate me. I don't like her that much. I know, but she's a badass. I'm not going to say that. I will say that. Like, she is a badass.
But
I think this is a dream.
Do you think she's long
That's
for
what
this
I'm
world?
saying. I don't know that she's going to survive. I've heard rumors in the real world that George R.R. Martin's wife has told him if he kills off Arya Stark, she will divorce him and take every penny she can.
But the show don't got nothing to do with his books.
Yeah.
Right.
That's two different
Well,
things. So they could kill her in the show
listen,
and he could keep writing her off.
As a book
Because
reader,
he's still writing like 2 more books, right?
as a book reader and as a person who watches the fucking show religiously, they did it justice. Aside from Lady Stoneheart not being in there and Lady Brienne still being alive because she gets hung in the books along with Podrick, there's a lot that they twist. Yeah. There's a lot that they twist around.
Do you kind of feel like HBO just kind of bought the whole shit from the fat guy and just been whatever.
I think that they were
just sit back and shut up.
Yeah, we'll take it from here. You did good. Just go on vacation.
Have
and
some
write something
fucking
else.
raviolis, you motherfucker.
It's
He get paid
basically-
regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's his shit.
So, but no, going back to the trailer, I think Arya talking about, death has many faces. I'd like to see this one. I was like, yeah, that's you. That's good. That's cool. But I don't think that she's actually running from someone that scared. No fucking way. She's just too...
Nightmare?
It has to be a dream, or maybe Bran is seeing something in the future.
That could be it.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because we have to take into
Because
consideration...
basically, the whole trailer,
horribly so.
minus a few maybe throwaway cutscenes that we couldn't place,
Less useful.
are episode 3, which we know to be the Battle of Winterfell.
Oh, yes.
Wait, what?
The whole trailer.
When the White Walkers finally make it to Winterfell, because that's the first castle.
That's
the first stronghold.
That's the big shit right there.
I mean, they already said, everybody that worked on it said they've created the biggest fight scene of
since
all
Helm's
time.
Deep, yeah.
Of all time.
And I understand that you don't understand that, but we do.
Helm's Deep
So,
is epic.
no, Helm's Deep is big,
You should
bro.
just watch the Battle of Helm's Deep.
You should.
What the fuck
You
is-
should
what are
just
you talking
fast
about?
forward the motherfucking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
No, just the battle.
Just fast forward to the end,
The one
bro.
with the trees fucking shit up?
Yeah, sort of,
I
but
think
it's a
movie-
different
it's a
scene.
movie?
It's a different scene.
Yes. But
I think
the
it's-
trees
I think
aren't
I saw
involved
it.
in
I
that
think I
battle,
saw it.
though.
Yes.
All I know is the
So-
Game of Thrones producers and directors said they committed to the most minutes dedicated to a battle on film. That's
All right.
TV, movies, everything. There's probably
And that's incredible.
So let's bounce back and forth for a second, because while we're on the subject of Arya, I've heard it theorized. Now, like, how possibly the whole thing could play out. We have Clegane Bowl, let's say. Now,
Yes,
the mountain,
that has to happen.
the mountain is on her list. Okay?
He is, but also the Hound
Everybody-
has her back.
Everybody wants the Hound to have her back. Everybody
He
wants
does.
the Hound to
the
be
Hound
his
is on her
brother.
list too.
Could it be?
Well,
Nah.
technically,
Nah.
she left him for dead.
Yes, she did.
Yeah,
Maybe
so
she doesn't even
in
know he's
her
alive
mind,
yet.
As
Stab
far
him in
as
the neck,
she,
yo,
no.
fuck him.
As far as Arya is concerned,
He
she
killed
left
her boy.
him for dead.
He killed her boy.
Yo,
she gotta
I will-
cut him in the neck.
I'm gonna bust your lip for that.
So, like, let me ask you this. Now, obviously, we're gonna see some sort of Clegane Bowl in
We are. That's
Well,
happening.
I don't care if it's
Because
2 minutes or
Hound
20
says it.
minutes.
Yes, the Hound says it. You know who's coming for you. You've always known. That's not a threat. That's a promise. You know what I mean? So it's happening.
How does it play out? Let me ask you right now, because I have two theories.
Please go. Go ahead.
Either the Hound battles his brother and gets fucked up, and Arya has to come and save him before he dies. Because that's a great juxtaposition compared to like how she
It's
left him.
interesting.
Like, now I have to save you.
Because the Hound
Or-
also says when he sees Brienne when they go to King's Landing, he was like, "Oh," she says, "You know, I thought you were dead," and he's like, "Yeah, I thought so too." And she's like, "Well, how is she?" And he's like, "She's good." Well, whatever. Brienne was like, the only person that should be worried about her is the person who gets in her way.
And he said, "That's my
Right.
girl."
And he smiled.
Yeah.
So you know he
He
cares about
never
her, and you know
smiles.
exactly. So I don't know that she needs to protect him. I think he's
Yeah,
got it on his
especially when
own.
she's protecting her family.
Yes.
She won't leave her family to protect him.
She will not.
But-
but I do think I think Clegane can. Well, I think the Hound got this.
But
But go ahead,
here's
go ahead,
another
go ahead.
theory. Like, let's take that same theory and just like let's take not the inverse but the converse of it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a slightly different approach to it. And what if she encounters the mountain first?
Ooh.
And you know she will have the balls
I like
to take
that.
him on.
Hell
The
yeah.
only
And he
way-
fucks her up.
the only
And
way,
the mountain and the Hound has to come to
save
her
that.
rescue.
That
So now
makes more
she
sense.
has to sit there like, holy shit, this guy
How
who
would
I
she-
have hated for years
Yeah.
just came to my rescue and
know
basically got
first
killed
season.
doing it. The mountain beats him fucking senseless, and right before he's about to kill him, Arya comes up, stabs him, and then both Cleganes die.
I like that.
I think Arya has
I think that's what's going to happen.
I like that.
So Arya has a list. Some people
Yep.
die before she can get to them, like Joffrey. Joffrey died before she can get to him. The mountain
Is prime on her list. She's
It would
not
be
going to get to
poetic
Cersei.
it would
She's
be
not.
poetic. No, it would be poetic justice if someone as small as Arya could take down the mountain.
That'd be dope.
That would be dope. I
I'm
don't
all
know
for
that,
everybody
but if
dying.
it does happen, I think that because, and I'm sorry, I'm not gonna apologize for being that person, but in the books, okay, it is
Read,
projected.
motherfuckers.
It is projected that it's a Clegane Bowl. Like, it's brother
Yes.
against brother. The only way Arya can take down the mountain is if somehow, some way, the Hound dies and she takes his face and technically kills the mountain
Oof.
as
Oh,
the Hound.
interesting.
So that's
I mean, she could poke him in the
Sick.
fucking
How is
crotch
she
with
gonna
needle.
do it?
That would suck.
she
Fuck
was
'em up.
Frey. She was the old Frey man.
Yeah.
Well, he
And
was-
Yeah, but he was sitting down. She could fake the funk sitting down.
all I know
How's she gonna
is
fake being
Death
that
has many
tall?
faces, and I think she's more
I
than
don't
capable.
see her anywhere near the Cleganes because Winterfell and the Cleganes are not.
No, he's in the
They're
north.
north of the wall.
He's in the
Oh
north.
And they were
I'm
like-
sorry, the asshole brother, the zombie brother.
Mountain.
Yeah, the mountain's
He's
like
not gonna leave,
Frankenstein.
this girl's side.
Yeah, he's by Cersei. I think Cersei definitely gets. Excuse me. I think Cersei gets taken out by Jaime because Jaime's already turned his
Fair.
back.
That's
on
the
her.
sentence
Now,
I've gotten from everybody.
is that early on, or you think that's
No,
late?
last
Probably later.
episode.
Yeah,
Last
I want to
episode.
I
say.
want to see Jaime's acceptance into Winterfell.
I think he
'Cause
absolutely.
he got no love.
I would love to see.
But you know what?
I
In the
can't wait to see
trailer-
the fucking meeting between Bran and Jamie. Like, hey, dude, pushed you out the window. How
yeah.
you doing?
That's very true.
That's a good one.
That's very true.
That's gonna happen
But
too,
I
right?
will
Because
say,
Jamie's
yeah.
on his way to win.
Jamie's on his
Yeah.
way to
That's how it
Winterfell
ended.
because he
That's how it
doesn't
ended,
want.
yeah.
He doesn't want to be that person that doesn't keep his word. So it's funny because in the last episode, Jon Snow couldn't lie. And Tyrion was like, you couldn't fucking lie for just that 1 second to Cersei. And he says to him, if we start lying, especially me as a Stark, as a bastard, but the blood that runs through my veins, if I start lying now, then my word means shit. And so, who do we know is full of shit and is always lying and conniving? Cersei.
Cunt, bitch. Oh.
Calm down, because I love her. So, Cersei, when she has the mountain at her back and she's telling Jaime, now we're not doing all that. We're going to do this, that, and the third. And he's like, I'm leaving. And she's like, no one turns their back on me. He knows that she's so full of shit that he can walk away from her. And so he does. And that's the moment that it brings to light, when you keep lying, your word means nothing. And Jaime proved it after Jon Snow said it in that episode. Like,
What?
I don't believe you. And he walks away.
What if Jamie goes to King's Landing with the Hound?
Well, back to
But he's
King.
not
I don't
with
think
the
they would go
Hound
back.
right
I
now.
think
the
they're
Hound
gonna
was
go
up north.
forward.
The Hound's up
Jamie's
north.
Jamie's definitely killing Cersei.
Jamie wants to fight.
The first thing that's going to happen is they're going to have to deal with the zombies.
So I will say this.
Afterwards,
Yes.
Jamie and the Hound
But I'm sorry,
head back south.
I don't think that the battle ends where the White Walkers make it to Winterfell, and that's as far as
No.
They have to lose
No way.
Winterfell.
Winterfell's getting
They
fucked.
have to
Absolutely.
lose.
Winterfell is being lost. And
What'd
then
you say?
They have won every battle so far. The battle of, like, they've won. They
were-
have to
gotta
lose
lose
Winterfell.
those
That
were
gotta be
bad.
the first episode.
It's third.
Because the last
number
episode,
three.
no, the last
No.
episode they broke through the wall and Winterfell's
But
like down the
it's a
block.
distance.
Down the block.
The only speed they got is one dragon. The rest of the zombies aren't exactly.
Nah,
like
because
war
you
zombies.
have, because it's a horde.
zombies
They
can run,
said it was
yo.
like a horde mind,
Yeah,
a hive
man.
mind.
I still need
So
to make
you've got like the
reference.
5 main guys who are in charge of like a whole, like their own squad, like their own platoon, let's say.
Right. And you kill all. It's just like playing an RPG in classic
Yeah.
fucking military battle, like Final Fantasy Tactics or War
Yeah.
Song or whatever. When you kill the lead boss, all the rest of the motherfuckers die. And that's the way the shit goes. Shining
Mm-hmm. I
Force
think-
had the same shit.
Sucks. You have to
I
bury
think a
those bastards.
Clegane Bowl, like a
Or burn
legit Clegane Bowl, happens. I think Jaime will kill Cersei, whether it be literally, because it's prophecy that she's killed by her younger brother. But I don't believe that Tyrion is actually her full
Well, they
blood
would
brother.
try,
Alright,
right?
we're gonna get to that in a minute.
Yeah,
I want
yeah.
to get
So,
into
yes,
detail
yes,
on that.
absolutely.
But
But
first, I
But
want to
first-
touch
yeah,
on
yeah,
one
totally,
thing real quick.
Totally. But wait, so wait. So Jaime's definitely killing Cersei, whether it be by strangulation or childbirth. If she is pregnant, which I don't
She
know.
claims to
Ah,
be pregnant,
yeah.
right?
She claims
I
to
don't
be
think she
pregnant.
is.
But
She
if
did
she
the fucking
died,
abortion treatment.
She didn't look all chubby faced in any of the previews.
but you know what? Whether or not the prophecy said she would have 3 children. She did say that she had a young one with Robert
Chris.
Baratheon, and he died. But she did have 3 surviving children. So it is possible that she is pregnant.
Not anymore,
But
but
Jaime
yeah.
kills her in the sense that she dies during childbirth. And if she dies during childbirth, it's very similar to how much she hated Tyrion because her mother died in childbirth. So if she dies, let's
Wait
say
a
the
minute.
child...
So what you're saying is,
Jaime kills her some way, in some form or another.
but what you're really saying is, when it boils down, is if she dies,
She
she
dies.
dies.
She dies. She dies.
Cuz, are you running?
I got you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cuz left me man hanging. He had to walk away.
My bad.
It's alright.
That was too good.
Thank you, cuz.
But back to the trailer because we are going back to Cersei.
We have to go back to that.
in the trailer.
But wait, I have
Jon
to.
Snow was like breaking down his enemies.
Yo, Jon
They show
Snow
her, like-
and Dany are walking towards the dragons.
Yes.
And as a Targaryen, that it's been confirmed that Jon Snow is a Targaryen.
Last
Aegon
season
Targaryen.
and the last season.
He technically he can ride a dragon.
He's capable of riding one of the
Absolutely,
dragons.
because it is in the Targaryen blood.
And
They
it would
have this
stand to
connection with the
reason that he
dragons.
rides his father's namesake,
Exactly!
Pete's on point, yo.
Yes! See?
Rhaegar.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
So Rhaegal is the dragon that she has named after her brother, who she isn't aware yet. Jon Snow's father is her brother.
This sounds
That
bad.
needs to happen.
Crazy, yo.
Because, I mean, it's all incestuous anyway. They're
Yo,
all
if I
like,
didn't watch novellas as a little kid with my grandmother babysitting me, this will be fucking nuts.
The evil twin. But no,
Word,
really.
yo.
Like yeah. But let's move on to
Hold on.
the other.
When do you think he's finding out his lineage?
I really hope it's not the last episode.
That'd be horrible.
Because
I think
because
he
I
should find
want
out
him
first.
to know. Because ever since the first fucking season, maybe second episode, Ned Stark looks at him and says, "When I get back, the next time I see you,
Yeah.
we'll talk about your mother."
And he
And
never
that
sees him
never
again.
happened.
Yep.
And that sucks because he's over here thinking, "Damn, my mom was probably some whore."
Yep.
Yeah,
And
he's
Ned
already-
Stark is my dad.
Slut.
And he doesn't know. But moving on to other
All I
lineages-
want to, before we get into the rest of the meat and potatoes of the trailer and your theories, which are fantastic, by the way, I just want to rehash one element from last season when after the Night King rose Viserion from the dead and had his fucking, ice dragon.
We saw it
and
coming, but that hurt.
I initially, I don't know if I texted you or if I excitedly exclaimed to you in person, ice fire.
Yes.
And you're like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm like, I don't know.
You know why? Because
And then the next episode, this motherfucker was tearing down the wall.
I
fucking
was
the wall
not.
up.
I'll be honest. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting them.
And
to
I
get
just
a
texted
dragon.
you that night, like, ice fire. And you're like,
Yeah, and I
"You're
was
right."
like, at first I was like, no fucking way.
So wait, the Battle
Right.
of Winterfell happens the
Third episode, they said.
There's only
Third
6 episodes.
I know.
Nah, that gotta be like episode 2.
I don't
80
know.
minutes, though.
Yeah, everything's like an hour and a half.
Yo.
We'll see.
I
But
Because for them to lose
It could be
Winterfell
both.
and then to go to
Like
into
the battle
King's
could
Landing,
cut off and wait till the next episode.
I do, but I believe.
Could be, yeah.
I
Because they gotta have
believe-
wordy shit going on.
Oh, yeah.
Could be like half, yeah,
Half and half.
half and half.
So I believe I haven't read this personally, but I've read in articles and stuff that apparently in the Game of Thrones books, not that I've read again, there are ice dragons and there are dragons, but the ice dragons are not White Walker dragons.
They're not
just a
dragon.
different breed.
They're not zombie dragons. They're just
They're a different
snow
breed.
dragons, white
Yes.
dragons.
So I guess that's where the show kind of veered off, but I like it. I like
Yeah.
the twist. It fits.
Hey, I'm an RPG nut. I'm more than familiar with ice dragons. I have fought the motherfuckers time and time again. I have fought ice dragons. I have fought fire dragons. I have fought fucking zombie dragons. I have fought every kind of dragon that Final Fantasy has thrown at me, and I have come out on top. Fuck you.
So
I
moving
fought
on to
3-headed
the-
dragons. I don't give a fuck.
Peter Luke, a veteran of many dragon battles.
I fought dragons.
Veteran of dragon battles.
I like that.
But let's
I'm
go
adding
on
that to my
to-
business card.
Oh, and
Telling
I do
you right
think
now.
that I don't know how it happens, but Jamie is because remember, Jamie pushed Bran out the window, but
Text
Bran
me
isn't
that.
Bran anymore. Bran isn't Bran. He's
Bran's the 3-eyed raven. He's all weird
exactly.
and shit.
So
Yeah, he needs
if
to
he
die.
sees Jamie, remember, no one really knows that. The only people who know that Jamie pushed him out the window are Lady Stark.
She
who
did.
Can't, yep. Jamie.
Yep.
And,
And
Bran.
Bran.
And I think maybe Brienne of Tarth. But we all know that she loves Jamie, so maybe she'd let this slide. But I think that Bran might keep it to himself and be
It
like,
would be one of
"You're
those
destined
like
for things.
just gazes from like across the field,
Yeah.
like
I know what you did,
yeah,
but let's just move forward."
Like, yeah, we cool. Like, hey, I see all of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we move on to the Lannisters, though, like this is aside from the trailer.
So are we gonna get into this?
Yes.
All right. Let me
Go
let me
for
preface
it.
this for a second. All right. This is one of the greatest Game of Thrones theories I have ever heard, and I preface this with I our Grand Maester of Brooklyn's theory, and I have
All theories. Don't get mad if we end up fucking spoiling the season for you. Fuck
whether
Or
it's
if it
wrong
doesn't
or it's
happen,
right,
but-
who
Yeah.
knows?
All
But we're gonna
theories.
talk about this theory here, and I want you to know that I have spoken of this theory since you've told me about it, with credit due to you, and people was like, "Yo, that's crazy," because it was like a fucking light just blink, went on in their heads
Because it's
and
been
they
in
didn't
front of us this whole
realize
time.
it has indeed.
I'm waiting to hear it.
So.
Yo, spill the beans.
Without further ado, let's just get everything out of the way here,
Yes,
so we
yes,
can all
yes.
see.
Open those up now.
No,
Open
we're gonna
it
do it
up. Okay,
afterwards.
okay,
Just
okay.
remember it's there, dog.
All right, all right.
All right.
So,
Shame.
are you guys ready?
We're not.
We waiting.
We're not.
You're not. Okay, so, again, in the books, very briefly, oh so briefly, in just one sentence, they speak about the Mad King, because remember, Tywin Lannister was the hand of the king, the Mad King. His son, Jaime, was eventually the King's Guard. And that's how he got Kingslayer. He killed the Mad King. What you don't know, because they haven't said it in the book, in the show, and they haven't said anything
Oh, the whole bang
in
up.
regards to the Lannister history. You know all about the Starks. You know all about the Targaryens. Hell, you know about the Dothraki. But you don't know shit about the Lannisters' family history other
Nope.
than Reigns of Castamere. They have not told you anything. So, in the books, they explain very quickly when Tywin was marrying Joanna, the Mad King, right before the bedding ceremony, raped Joanna. He raped her. Then Tywin was allowed by the Mad King to enjoy his wife that night.
Jesus.
So now, was this
This is in the
like
books.
the betting ceremony is taking place, and the king's like, "Oh, hold on a second.
Hold on.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna enjoy your wife
for
before
a
you get a
second."
chance.
Or was this like a secretive thing?
No,
No,
it
no.
was, I'm the king, and I'm about this life. So you sit there, and I'm going to go fuck your wife.
Primo noctis.
Whoa,
That's what it was.
that's heavy shit.
So, Joanna ends up having 2 children. They're twins. And these twins are Cersei and Jaime.
Blonde
And
of
Cersei
hair.
and Jaime are blonde of hair. They are incestual,
Just like-
like the Targaryens. And let's take a second, because even Cersei herself said it. Every time the Targaryens have a child, they flip a coin.
Mm-hmm.
They're mad, or there's something else.
Season 2. I'm watching it now.
Yep. And Cersei is fucking mad. She is crazy. As much as I love her, she's
I
not
don't think
okay.
she's Mad King crazy.
What?
She is.
She blew up a church.
Yes.
That's payback, yo. You
Well, this is
walk me
so-
down the street. I'll do the
She
same
blew
shit
up
to
a
them.
church.
That
So-
same shit.
So,
I'll take out half of Brooklyn to do that shit to me.
sir, so Danny's always saying it. I will take what's mine with fire and blood. But the only person who's actually really done that is Cersei. With wildfire.
That's how she got her hoard when she burned all the cows in the tent.
Okay. But Cersei is about that life too.
She is.
So whether it be with wildfire and we saw that in season, what was it, the Blackwater Bay?
That's
That
two.
was
Two.
season
And
2.
then the 2.
And Tyrion used that to his advantage.
Yeah.
But then we have her doing it again at the Citadel.
Mm-hmm. And then some.
And yeah, so we know that she's a little mad. She's incestual. Is that a word? Like,
Yeah, incestuous.
She's fucking
Yes,
her brother.
incestuous.
Yes.
Just
Which
like
is
all the
She's just-
Targaryens have been doing
yes,
for
and
centuries.
she's obsessed with keeping her family name, like lineage, like
Which was
top
something that
notch.
she actually inherited from her father. That was instilled in her
father.
for years.
Her real father. Tywin was. I loved. Yo, get out. I love Tywin,
He's
but
cool.
He was all about the
he was
family
great.
name and shit, though.
But see, exactly. So this is another reason why I think the show's gonna go with the books in terms of this, because Tywin was all about the family name. He wanted Jaime to get out of the King's Guard and do his own thing to keep that lineage going. Tywin, this whole time, has just been totally butthurt by the
Yep.
fact that only Tyrion is his real son, and he
And
knows
And
it.
that's why he hates him.
And that's why he hates him, because he knows that is his only real son. And the last word
As an
that
arrogant
Tyrion
bastard
said to
that
his
he
father,
is. Holy shit.
Before he
last
shot
words-
him while taking
Holy
his shit.
shit.
That's my
The
biggest
last
fear,
words-
dying, yo.
calm down.
Oh.
The last words
Yeah, no,
Tyrion
remote.
said to his father were, I am your son.
I've always
I have
been
always
your
been
son.
your son. And that's how he dies.
And it stands
And-
to reason that that would be why he hates him, because he knows that's, his, only kid. An arrogant dude who values family and values name and status as much as Tywin does. That's his
Knows
kid.
that
A
that's the
fucking
lineage.
midget
Oh my god, you
is
just
his
heard this
kid.
theory? This man has a theory since like season
No,
4.
I told him about it a while ago.
Oh, okay.
And then
I'm just good at reacting.
lastly, in the last season, before Sam leaves the Citadel, right? Yeah, I said Citadel before. I meant the Red Keep.
Yes.
Yes,
And
sorry.
they hand in the book.
Cersei blew up. Yes, Cersei blew up the Red Keep. But while Sam is in the Citadel, very nonchalantly,
Yeah.
the
history of Lannisters.
they're just throwing books on top of Sam, and they're like, we need this, we need that. And then the Maester grabs something. He goes, that might come in handy later. And throws it on top of him. And very quickly, it's a history of the Lannister family bloodline. Oh, I wonder what they're going to tell us. I really, really think, and I truly believe, that Jaime and Cersei are Targaryens, and Tyrion is the only living Lannister alive.
So if
now
they're Targaryens, they don't have a shot at the throne?
Cersei has a shot at the throne.
Ooh.
She has more
Claim.
right to that throne
Claim, yeah.
than Jon Snow
Ooh.
and Dany.
Oh!
So her fighting for what she has right now, even though she doesn't know it, even though she doesn't know it,
question.
she is next in line. I truly believe she's next in line. Yes.
Ooh. So do you think that we'll see Cersei fly a dragon?
No.
Oh.
I think that Daenerys
The ice
has
dragon
Drogon,
power, yo.
who she's named after Khal Drogo, is completely loyal to her, and
Well, he's the
now
big one,
she'll
yeah, I
have
mean-
yes, and now she'll have and also there's no Daenerys is more pure blood, because I think she was Targaryen, and Targaryen made a Targaryen, whereas Cersei is Targaryen and Lannister.
Same thing with John.
Yes. Same thing with John, but I do think John, because he's just a better person, gets to be, and I mean it's the dragon that's named after his father. We know this is his father, and we know that Rhaegar Targaryen was Jon Snow's father, and he's definitely flying that dragon. And I think in the trailer, I'm coming to you. I think in the trailer when Sansa is at Winterfell and she's watching the dragons fly over.
That was a great scene.
I think they're on them, but they've omitted them.
That was
from
a
the
great
trailer.
scene with Sansa
She's like, oh,
Yeah, because she doesn't.
shit.
She doesn't
It's
look.
real.
That was a
Yes.
what the
Nobody
fuck
believes
moment.
it.
Yes.
Nobody believes the bullshit until
Yes.
the dragons show up.
Yes.
Then it's like,
She
oh,
is not-
shit.
Because when
And
you
I
see
love
her-
every moment of it when they see their face. Like, that's some fucking dragon.
But when you see Sansa's face, she's not like, holy shit, dragons for the first time. No, she's like, John, this isn't a good idea. That's the face she has. It's like, holy shit, my brother's on a dragon. It's not, oh, dragons for the first
I
time.
mean, she
It's
could be
more
like, I'm gonna just go Phoenix and fuck these motherfuckers.
But what you were raising your hand.
I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I knew that was gonna happen. I was
It's
like,
always
I should
gonna
totally call on
happen.
him. I should call on him.
I'm gonna try to remember, and I'll be back to you in a
Notice
moment.
Sansa's wearing like a weird choker, leash type of thing.
I didn't. I did not
It's
notice
like
that.
this big chain with a big hoop,
Yeah.
and it goes through it. And I'm like, why would she wear anything even remotely like that, considering the shit she's been through? Mm-hmm. And especially seeing season 2 again like I am, it's like,
I'm curious when they show the Greyjoy ships. Go ahead, because you're gonna. Yeah.
No, that's not what I was thinking about before, but I'm really curious, like, because there are odds running around Vegas and everything.
Oh
like,
my god.
Who do you think
It's sitting
sits
on
the Iron Throne by the end of this?
oh, keep
All
the
right.
Iron
I'm
Throne.
really curious.
I think it'll change a couple of times.
It's either one of two people that I have in mind.
No, it only counts whoever's
And
sitting
I have
on it
another.
at the end of
I
the
have
show.
another horrific
No, I
theory
think
to throw past you, but
Okay.
let's
We're gonna
answer this
fight for it
question
and sit
first.
on
Okay,
one side
so
or another.
I think I think Dany does get pregnant with Jon Snow's baby. I think that
Primo.
Jon Snow has said time and time again he hates what he's good at. So he's good at killing
Just
people,
killing
and
motherfuckers.
he's good at
War.
yes.
Yeah.
I think his sister's better, but okay.
Well, no. Are you talking about Sansa?
No,
Oh,
Arya.
Arya. Oh, okay,
No,
sorry.
Sansa's like, she's the complete
She-
opposite.
yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
She's good at getting hurt.
So I think that Dany dies in childbirth,
Okay.
and
That's-
That'll be
It's not
fitting.
happening that season.
I don't know. I really
Because
don't
hold
know.
on, they just fucked the last season, right?
Right?
So what's the gap between this season and next season?
Months.
We don't know.
Traveling time.
But
They're
obviously,
down
like,
the block.
they
They just broke down the
Stop
wall.
saying block.
They
It's
down
like
the block from
miles and
Winterfell.
miles
the first thing that's
away.
happening
Even if
is
it's 3 months.
I
from
don't
Winterfell,
think it's like walking to
She's
Grand
3
Maester
months
and you to
pregnant.
fucking Kingsland.
There's no way they showing her being pregnant this season.
no, it's possible. The first thing that's going to happen is a big zombie.
She's not
attack.
having the baby.
You know,
Yeah, you know, I do have
She
to say
can't
in
have
the
the baby.
trailer, she
You saying
didn't
9
look
months passes
pregnant.
from last season to this season?
no.
First of all-
during this season,
I don't see it happening.
I think it's possible because they have the Golden Army to deal
It's
with
just
too.
I feel like every
Whether it be
episode got
childbirth
a
or
hit
not,
like boom, 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 boom,
Whether
boom.
it be childbirth
got
or
hit.
not, Daenerys does not survive. I don't think Daenerys survives.
Nope.
I don't
No.
think she sits the Iron Throne.
No,
I think she dies.
She
They-
reunites with Count Drogo.
They foreshadowed it, yes. In season 1, they show where she's walking into
the Iron
the
Throne,
chambers and she
yeah.
sees the Iron Throne, and
She
we
walks
don't know
past
if
it.
it's snow or ash that's falling onto it,
Yeah.
but she leaves it because she hears something else. I think that's a foreshadow that she meets Khal Drogo or whatever she meets
afterlife.
in the afterlife.
Yeah.
John has a stronger claim to the throne.
And Jon does. As far as Dany's concerned, he has a stronger claim.
Also Cersei too, but yeah.
Cersei has the ultimate claim.
Nope.
Like,
That's
if she
crazy.
ever finds out, which I don't think she will.
The oldest son would have the claim, but once he had a son, the heir would become his son. You know what I'm saying?
Say it again. I'm sorry. It's
All right.
strong.
Yeah, I got lost too. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
I was like,
The oldest son was Rhaegar
Right.
from the
yes.
Mad King.
The Mad King, Rhaegar, yes.
So once Rhaegar died, his son, once he had a son, would become the king.
Which is Jon Snow.
But if the Mad King had a child, in this case it's Jaime,
Jaime has
Jaime outclaims Jon Snow.
Yep.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he
He's
does.
the king. It's his
Because the
son.
Mad
Yeah.
King is the king.
Son of the king.
Not
Not
the Mad...
when- not-
You're talking
not
about
when the-
Robert Baratheon and then Renly. Like, if Renly had a kid
As
and
opposed
Robert
to Stannis,
Baratheon had
yeah.
a kid... Or Stannis, yes, actually.
Stannis was
It's-
the older
When
one
the crown
compared
Yes.
to
prince
Renly,
has a
yeah.
kid, that kid becomes the heir.
But if the king has a kid, that kid's the fucking heir.
Yes, and in that case,
And
it's
if that's
Jaime.
Jaime,
Not in my
yeah.
understanding.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, if a
Real
king has a son, that's the
King's
prince.
a kid,
That's
Yes,
the next...
Rhaegar.
No, but Rhaegar...
And once Rhaegar has a son, the line
Rhaegar was
goes
the
there,
son
and
of
those are
the
just
Mad
extras.
King.
I see what you're
if
saying.
the Mad King's kid
They're both
would be
the sons.
Jaime and
I see what you're
Cersei.
saying. So they're both the sons. I don't know which
And
one is
nowhere
older.
does it even mention that women rule, have the right to rule.
They
Well,
are
it doesn't,
regents
but
at
it
times,
would.
but
I think it
it's
would
the man.
fall to Jaime then above
It-
anyone else.
And Cersei is the eldest.
But they're never gonna find out the true lineage anyway.
I
Because
don't
if they
think
did.
that
I don't see that
Cersei
shit
will
happening.
ever
I don't see
find
it
out.
happening either.
I don't think that Cersei
Jaime's
will
not
find out.
gonna
I
find
think
out.
Cersei
I
will
think it's
die.
a lot.
I think Cersei will
Yeah.
die in vain.
How do you
very
think
much
Jaime
so.
does?
I don't think Jaime dies.
I think he does.
I
think he does
Tyrion kills him.
heroically.
I
The guy
think
he
Tyrion
was
doesn't-
looking out
I think
for
he does
all these
heroically
years, he's gonna
saving
double cross
Brienne.
him.
No.
Somehow.
I think he retires to Castle Rock.
That might be good too.
I think that's what
I like
happens
that
to
idea.
Tyrion.
Tyrion
dies.
Tyrion kills him. I want Tyrion to kill
No,
him.
Tyrion would never kill Jaime because
No,
they
he
actually.
They
look
actually
like
like
each
each
other.
other.
Jaime had his back the
Um,
whole time, so it'd be nice to see Tyrion double cross him.
So who do we think sits the Iron Throne? I would have to say it's between.
Reek.
Shut the fuck.
Fuck Reek, that fucking
I
loser.
think it. I want to say it's Jon Snow, but I think Jon Snow turns it down.
It's possible.
Absolutely.
It's the kid. It's the kid of the both of them.
It could be, but
Oh,
I
it's
think
the Baratheon kid.
I want to
What's
say.
his name?
No, it's
no.
Jon Snow and Daenerys'
Jon Snow and
kid.
Daenerys'
No,
kid.
no,
But
they're
let's
dead.
say
Which
he
will be
does.
named
They're dying.
Vito.
They're dying. Who, like Danny DeVito?
No.
No, like Vito.
I want
Like
to say
Vito
that
DeLuca
Jon
Vito.
gets it, but he doesn't want it.
No.
So he passes it on.
So what does he do?
So either he passes
back
it
to the wall.
on to someone who he trusts that he knows is wise, which I would say is Tyrion.
Sam? Oh,
No way.
I don't know.
Oh my god, if it's Sam,
Imagine if it was
I don't
little
know.
Sam,
I don't
fucking
know.
Sam and Gilly's kid.
I will burn all my Game of Thrones.
John,
I will be like, fuck
John
you.
trusts Sam with everything he got.
You're right.
Got a
You're
point.
right. It could be. It could very well
Yo,
be Sam.
these are
but
Vegas odds right now.
Yo,
like you're
for real,
you're
yo.
fucking talking about this
Fucking
shit.
talking
and
about
there's-
millions of
there's
dollars
people
on the
fucking,
line,
yeah,
yo.
there's people fucking betting millions on this shit, and they are listening to you.
Maester
No
of
pressure.
Greenpoint.
No fucking pressure.
I'm gonna say Tyrion. I'm gonna say Jon Snow does not want it, and he trusts
He's never
Tyrion
wanted
enough.
it. He's never wanted it. He's never wanted to be a leader.
But
this
he
whole
knows
time.
Tyrion isn't fucked up in the head, and he knows.
Yeah.
And
But
in
Tyrion got
Wait,
that
wait,
creepy
wait,
look
wait, wait,
when he
wait,
saw
wait,
him
wait.
fucking Daenerys.
Yeah, you're
He
right.
was
We
like,
don't know
yo,
what that's about yet. We don't know what that's about yet.
he's a creep.
But I will say this. See, I fucking forgot. God, it was
So-
so, good. It was so good.
It wasn't that good.
We
He was
obviously
not
know Grey Worm dies because he just looks like the kind
I
of
hope
guy
so.
that would die. Does Melisande die?
Missandei?
Yeah.
If she does, she needs to be naked one more time.
Yes, she does.
One more time.
She needs to die naked.
Does she have
and done.
a great rack or nice tits?
Nice.
She's got
She's
nice
got a nice
tits.
all-around package.
Yeah, she's a good package all around.
Okay. What
That
about
is
Danny?
all-
We've seen her tits.
That is
Seen
well,
it in
again,
multiple
well
angles.
formed.
Okay.
Well done.
Okay.
But to the gods of fucking creation.
You know who's got the best tits on Game of Thrones?
Do tell.
Roz.
Who?
The redhead whore from the first season.
Yes.
It's messed up what happened to her.
Yeah,
Yes.
she got crossbowed.
Yeah.
Yes, she
fucked
did.
up.
Yeah.
With like
That
her
was
hands
fucked
up,
up.
so they were like
Uh-huh.
perfect. Yes.
Fuck
Yeah,
that, yo.
I noticed that she did.
Motherfucker.
I like while
She
I was
had the
watching.
I can't wait to
Perfect,
see his
yeah.
death again.
What was that season 4, right?
About that.
I think it's
Took so
through.
damn long.
Might
Three
be
is the
late
Red Wedding.
3. Might be late 3.
Three is
Yeah,
the red-
because 3 is
the
the
Red
red wedding,
Wedding.
and
It's season
4. Yeah, they didn't.
Because I
have two
remember season
weddings
4 is the season that I was like, yeah, now I'm liking this shit, yo. Everybody starts getting what they deserve. The big battle happens. Yeah, season 4 was the shit.
I think Tyrion gets the throne.
It
though.
took me
I
4
want,
years to fucking like
you know
this
what?
stupid
I will
show.
say this.
An
I want
alcoholic
Tyrion
on a
to get the
throne?
throne. I want
What?
Tyrion to get the throne because
Why not?
in
Bro,
Don't
so
you
many-
think I should rule
Robert had it.
Brooklyn at the very
How long
least?
did that
New
end?
York, the whole.
that lasted like
That was a
40
minute.
years, bro? That was like a
Robert's
very
reign?
long. Yes,
Robert
Robert's
Baratheon.
reign was.
Yo,
for
Robert was like a
how,
super warrior
okay,
before
so
he
how
became
old,
king.
How old is John? Let's say John is anywhere between 28 and 32. That's how long Robert's reign has been. Because Robert thought that Rhaegar Targaryen raped Lyanna Stark.
John doesn't come out that old in the
For the record, the best line, the best interaction, acting wise,
Let's say
in the
20
whole show happened in the first episode. And this is a credit to Sean Bean. When Robert Baratheon walks up to him and he's like,
You got
"You got fat." And Sean Bean's just like, he don't say shit. He just says mad shit with his eyes. Just, mm.
But,
And then they laugh, and like you as the viewer, just like, oh my god, what is he gonna say? And like all of a sudden they're laughing and hugging, like, oh okay, and it takes you right into the
They
scene.
know each other. They know each other. They
I
got
remember
history.
what I was saying. I remember what I was saying earlier. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. So, Jon Snow is a Targaryen. Fuck, it's leaving.
Hurry up!
Tyrion is a Lannister. Before Robert's reign, the Targaryens and the Lannisters were very good together. So the Lannisters served the Targaryens and they were also their hands and they always were very loyal to the Targaryens. And I think if Bronn uses his whole, oh hey, I know things and ba 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 ba, he can tell Jon this is someone he can trust. And also because Tyrion is the gift. So maybe he's the gift for the whole realm. I don't know.
But if
Down
the
to-
Lannisters served the
right down
Targaryens,
to-
why did Tywin fucking get fucked?
because he knew where the
Because that was the Mad King. He was fucked up in the head. But I will say, yeah, but I have to say that I want Tyrion to be the one. At the very least, I would like Tyrion to ride one of
You're
the
just a
dragons.
fan of him.
I can't say that because he'll die. But
Don't be
I
biased.
will say, I am biased. I am biased. But the only other person I could see Jon Snow giving that
You swear
seat
Jon
to?
Snow is taking the throne.
Yes. But I don't think he keeps it.
All right, so he like abdicates the whole shit to
Any
somebody
chance
else.
he gives it to Gendry?
No. I'm sorry. No.
Gendry's
The
gonna die
Targaryens have a
horribly.
history with the
Yeah,
Baratheons. They're the
that's
reason
Robert
Baratheons have a
Gendry's
house.
gonna die heroically, isn't he?
Maybe.
Hope so.
Who?
He better do
Gendry.
it with a hammer in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got awesome weapons.
Yes.
He needs to claim the whole Baratheon thing.
So guys,
Yeah. The
Does
only
he even know
other
who his
thing-
father is?
He does, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
he
movie-
does.
the-
Yeah,
Yeah, because he talks about,
Yeah,
your
my
father fought with my father.
yeah,
He
Yes.
talks to Jon.
that's how he
like
makes
that.
friends with Jon Snow.
Yeah.
So guys,
He's
what
like,
it really
our
comes
fathers
down
got along,
to,
so we should get along too. But what he doesn't know is that his father actually killed Jon Snow's father.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny.
I mean, basically,
Can't
like
fucking wait.
once Game of Thrones starts, we're gonna have to have Brooklyn Maester on like every show
week,
to analyze
Start
the
breaking
whole
shit
shit
down.
going
Yeah.
forward.
He's gonna be drunk all the time.
So
now.
yeah, no, I mean, drunk Liz is fun, Liz. That's what
Very
it breaks-
fun.
That's what he breaks down. And I'm happy to be a part of that. I'm glad I could mix some drinks that you enjoy and not have to retch over.
This is great.
Yeah.
No, yeah, this is good. I
Manhattan's
tried
dangerous.
Eve a little bit, but it's because it's so
I'm gonna get some cherries for you, and that's
Oh, I love
that's
that.
the cap off of these drinks. Is really you drink them to drink the cherries at the
I
end.
like getting 2 cherries.
2 cherries. I see. He listens to me. He pays attention. I like.
But I
him.
will say this: if Tyrion does not get the throne, I think either Jon or Jaime get it because Bran has that knowledge. So if Jaime gets it, Jaime has to hand it to someone, and why not Tyrion? So I will say the only other person I can see Jon giving it to.
Is the Night King.
No.
Yes. I'll drink to that.
Absolute says you gotta try those cherries he recommended.
Yes,
Would
I'm gonna
he-
get them.
Would he want to stay in that castle considering that's what happened with his father?
No.
And, Shay?
So they've been saying it since season 1. Every time a Stark goes to King's Landing,
He
it's
died.
never good.
Yeah, no, it's bad, yeah.
And even though he's not a Stark, I think that he was born in the North, raised in the North, raised by
He
Ned
got enough
Stark.
Stark blood.
He's going
Yeah,
back
not-
to the
he's
North.
not fucking with that.
That man is from the North.
A lot of
Yeah.
rebuilding needs to be done.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
but
they're
I
gonna
think that
need
that's
his
what he
leadership up
does.
there.
What's going to happen to the dragons if Dany dies? Does he keep them? Because to rebuild
So
Winterfell,
that's
they're
what
gonna
my
need
next thing is.
some wood
I think
and shit.
Jon
'Cause you're
Snow-
rebuilding in the blizzard.
Keep him at the
So
wall.
Jon Snow would get Drogon, okay? And Tyrion, when he goes to remember that
Drogon's
scene
gonna
where he
die.
goes.
All 3 dragons die. Fuck
Shut the
out
fuck
of here.
Drogon's gonna die.
I hope
The other
not.
one will live,
But
but,
I will say
Drogon's
this.
gonna die.
There is a scene where Tyrion goes into the pits where the dragons are.
I remember that.
And they don't attack him because they can sense when someone is foe and when someone is friendly. And he says to the dragons, when I was little, I used to dream about having one of you, and I was so sad to know that you that you didn't exist anymore. But I still prayed, can I please have one, even if it's little like me? And Rhaegal is the smaller dragon. So
Maybe one of them's knocked up. I don't know how.
well, I think
Could
in the
be
books they
incestual
explain
like the
that
fucking
no, they're like
Targaryens.
asexual. The dragons don't need each other to. They're like born with like eggs, and I think they can just
Have that.
have more babies.
shit.
Like poop.
Ooh.
Drunk driving a dragon.
Oh, I'm in.
God.
I'm
I'm in. I want to do that shit.
Universal Studios needs to come out with like riding a dragon, kind of like.
Yes, a
VR
ride of
thing.
some kind.
Oh my god!
And
I
on
mean,
that
I
note,
would never do it, but still, that's amazing.
You'd have to do it.
That's so scary.
I would do
do
it.
it.
everybody, we thank you for tuning in. It has been a great show. Oh, what you have stuff? What's this?
It's
What is
just
it?
for
What is
fun.
it?
It's for you.
I don't
It's
know.
for
I don't.
fun.
I don't know. But you should open it.
Oh,
Breaking
broke it.
shit.
Breaking shit.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Alright, so just a regular schmegular
What's this?
Targaryen
What's
glass on blue glass because winter is here.
Ooh.
And
Ooh, am I supposed to give this away? Or is this
no,
mine?
this is yours. And another one that's a little more. And this one's more for ghost.
That shit is dope with the white paint and everything. That shit is
Hell yeah.
awesome. You know how I do. Fuck it, I just lick it to make sure it's mine. That's how we lay
yeah.
claim to things in Brooklyn.
Yes,
we
yes.
fucking lick it.
It's true. It's true.
These are awesome. Fuck yeah. Wow.
When you're watching, promise you'll drink from that.
Of course I'm gonna drink from that every